needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox than the muff. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bop in. Let's go. I'm unorthodox.
Oh, I know why. I was muted. That will happen. So, welcome. I'm here with WVOW. I'm Josh Lawson, and we're streaming video games. Tonight we're playing Fortnite. We're going to have some fun, hopefully get some W's. I play Blitz, which is the newest game mode. It's a limited time. I think they just extended it a month from what I understand. So, hopefully we'll have some fun there, get some W's. We'll stream for about an hour, have some fun doing it. But, let me take a look here. Why is that not? I want to see something else here. I'm just checking some stuff out here. Got the live stream going. Alright, so that's going on YouTube. Perfect. And now we've got... So, we're just kind of waiting for some people to hop on here. I'm going to start playing some games right at 10 o'clock. So we'll have some fun doing that. Looks like I got one current viewer. I want to say hello to my viewer. Thanks for joining. And let's see here. Let's get docs and the chat. Alrighty. Streaming software is connected. This chat is disabled for the live stream. To figure out how this live streaming stuff, we'll figure out all this. But for right now, let's go ahead and start. I can go here, I think, and do this. Let's do this. And where is my... Apologize about the wait here, guys. Again, new format. We were doing this on Twitch, and I just switched over to doing it on YouTube. This is the first stream on YouTube. So, getting this right and making sure that I can do everything, that's really what we want to see happen. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started playing some games because that's what we're here for, and I'll work out all the logistic stuff at a different time. But for now, let's see. Let's go ahead and hit play. Get us some W's. We are playing Fortnite tonight. I'm open to playing other games. Get on our Facebook page, like, comment, follow, share, follow us on the YouTube channel. Leave us a comment on Facebook. Tell us, hey man, I'd love to see Josh play this game or whatever it is. If I've got access to the game, I will do my best to play it. You know, and we can pretty much do just about anything. Because we are a family-friendly station, I do want to kind of avoid games that are too graphic or, you know, sexually suggestive or anything like that. I don't want to play a game that, you know, has nudity in it or anything like that, because that's not who we are at WVOW. But if you got something that's fun, oh, no, look at that! I'm getting killed right off the bat. Oh, first game. Snuck up on and murdered. That is not good for me. So let's try it again. We'll have some good attempts here. Yeah. So as we kind of just move on, I'm being told that there is no live chat on the YouTube, so that's fine. If a person would like to leave a comment on our Facebook page, I can check the Facebook page and pull that up, and so if there's any comments that come in on that, then I'll be able to see that almost immediately and try to reply back the best that I can. We're gonna play. This is match number 2. We don't have any W's yet. Got killed pretty much right out of the gate that first match, and it is not looking good this second match. I think he's a bot. Daggone it. There we are. Uh-oh, here we go now. Superman. Who has seen the new Superman movie? I have. I really enjoyed it. You can check out my review of the Superman movie on WVOW's Facebook page. We are doing the weekly movie review. That is a new thing we're doing at WVOW. I get a chance, an opportunity to not only watch the movies, but tell you what I think about it. And if you ask my wife, I love telling people what I think about stuff. So, I'm glad she doesn't watch these lives. But, no, she's a good girl. But, we definitely want to take my time and hopefully get a W for you guys. Nothing like a good win on a live stream with a handful of people watching. Again, if you're taking the time to tune in and join me on our little experiment here at WVOW with streaming, then I want to say thank you. We really enjoy having everybody on and focus with the community. And we are going to make this about Logan, and we're going to make this about Logan County, and we're going to make this about the things that are going on. A lot of events. You know, if you're an advertiser with WVOW, I'd love to get a sponsor for these streams. We'd be able to do a little bit more with it. I would like to that's one way of doing it. Oh no. Yep, he got me. I gotta be careful because when I'm playing by myself and I'm not streaming, my language is that of a drunken sailor. And we can't do that on this. I mean, there's really nothing stopping us as far as maybe getting community guideline violations from Facebook or YouTube, but still our audience for WVOW, that's not who we are. But I would love to talk to somebody about anything. Again, feel free to comment on the Facebook. I'll have to get the live chat figured out for the YouTube channel, and we'll go from there. Got one like. Awesome. Alright, match number 3 of the evening. Kind of just getting started. If you're just now tuning in, I'm Josh Lawson with WVOW. We're doing late night gaming. This is a new Facebook, I guess YouTube exclusive thing we're doing just to encourage community engagement. Again, I really would like to get some people to come on and talk about, you know, Logan County, talk about what kind of games they like to play, what kind of, we could talk about anything as far as like pop culture, you know, media, movies, TV shows, games, anything like that. We can, you know, have a civil conversation and really push the limits here as far as getting to know one another and hanging out and having fun. Love to build a community. We've got another on-air talent. Seth is probably going to be joining us. We might do some duos together at some point. Nope, I don't want that. I want that. And that Spire's a good rifle. I like it, but in these matches, I think the Fury and actually preferably the Tactical are just better underneath the conditions that you find yourself in fighting here. Come on. Don't run away from me. Woo! one down. Now, where'd that guy go? Perfect. Man, I only got 16 bullets. I have got to get more than that if we're going to be successful today. But we're definitely going to talk a few things. Coming up, if you're from the Logan area, the town of Man has their big street fair coming up August 1st and 2nd, I believe. They want to have the world's strongest man pulling a daggone coal truck. WVOW is going to be there on site when they do this. We're going to be doing a live remote on air 101.9 FM. Check us out. I'm sure I'll be doing some Facebook videos and that sort of stuff too from that event. Really want to make a kind of a cool thing, you know, to help to try to promote the town of Man. And remember, shop's small. I mean, if you got local businesses out there that you can get the items you're looking for, go support a local business, because those are your neighbors, those are your friends, those are people that can look after you and take care of you. You know, and they're going to remember your name when you walk into the store. These big box stores, you know, they're not going to remember who you are. You know. And most of the time they don't have as good a quality items as what is available. So, I got somebody popping shots at me, and I don't appreciate it very much. Just for giggles, I am going to pick that up because we got one more guy left. Where's he at? They're here somewhere. Do 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 do. Yeah, the Superman movie. God, I don't want to give spoilers because I know it ain't been out for very long, and there might be a lot of people out there that haven't had a chance to go watch it yet that want to. Speaking of Superman. W for the night. Match number 3. Got a W. That's our first for the night on this stream. Good way to come in for the new YouTube channel. Glad to get that W. If you're just joining, I'm Josh Lawson with WVOW. Definitely want to thank everybody for checking out the stream, seeing how things are going. I think already seeing some better results here on YouTube as far as the number of viewers and stuff than what we did when we were doing it on Twitch. We just set up this. We started doing this last week. We started on Twitch. Twitch is, if you don't know, is a popular gaming kind of community streaming site. A lot of their big, kind of famous streamers that do this type of stuff right here for a living. They are on Twitch and various other platforms. The only problem with it that I saw immediately was that I don't feel like it's accessible enough to everyone. And I wanted to make it to where, anybody could just click on the link and watch it. And to me, YouTube is the best platform for that. So here's match number 4 for tonight. We got one victory, or 1 and 4. Let's see how this one goes. Can we do 2 in a row? I hope so. Do, do, do. Okay. Take it. Oh, I don't like it when people were trying to pick up my stuff, man. Did he not know that was mine? Ugh. That's aggravating. That. Anything else good over here? I will take that, and but for those that don't know me, I'm actually sales director for WVOW, and I do some on-air stuff too. You can hear me weekday mornings on our Mornings at McCormick's show. Me and Mr. David McCormick talk the world of furniture, the world of sports, and everything in between. You can also find me on the Veterans Voice show that airs on Wednesday mornings, the same time slot as the McCormicks. We don't do McCormick's on Wednesdays, but so we do our Veterans Voice show in that time slot on Wednesdays. And that's a really good show, man. If you're a veteran, or if you are the wife or husband of a veteran, this show really dives deep into veterans issues, everything from PTSD to your benefits, health insurance. I mean, you name it, we deal with it. It's a really great way to kind of get the help that you may need, or may not even realize you need. Ooh, I don't want that. Oh, no, 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 no. This will not do. Ooh. He was lighting me up. So, 5 kills, 6 people left. Oh, look at him. Unlimited ammo. Don't like that shotgun, so I'm going to replace that with that and go there. Let's already got a crown, so I don't need that. Pop this, pick that up, and pick those up. Me and one other person. There they are. Oh, he got me. Second place. No fun there. Alright, so I apologize. I get a little distracted sometimes, man. I start talking, I'm getting off subject, and then I get wrapped up in the game because, it's so intense. So I've got a lot to learn about and learning to make the streams better. And I know that it's a learning process for everybody. To do this well, it actually takes a lot of work and a lot of practice. And it's something that I'm new at, so bear with me, guys. We will make it more enjoyable as we find more stuff to talk about and get more people to come on the show. That's my goal, is to get people to join me. I want to talk to, local politicians. I want to talk to local leaders in the community, business owners, anything like that. If you got a good story, come, we'd love to play some video games with you. We don't have to play Fortnite. We can play any game you like. As long as I have access to it. I got a PlayStation 5. That's what I'm set up. I play controller on PlayStation 5. And that's where we're at. But let's talk music. Who's your favorite band? What groups do you like? I would love to find out. Oh, now I gotta. That's one of those ones where if I was on this stream, I probably would have said some dirty words. But we're not gonna do that. Yeah, but I grew up, man. When I was a kid growing up, as far as music goes, in my home, I can remember we had Michael Jackson's Thriller on vinyl. And I loved that album, man. Thriller was just, it's an amazing album, and it's just a once in a generational, album. I mean, there's just no way other to say it. It's Michael Jackson, man. He's the king of pop for a reason, and it's Thriller. You got, and my dad, he liked Motown. Motown was his favorite type of music. Like, God, the man loved Motown. But we also had Willie Nelson's Red-Headed Stranger, which, again, is another classic, iconic album. And I grew up listening to Red-Headed Stranger, and I loved it. And when I got about 12 years old or so, a cousin of mine introduced me to rock and roll. He had 3 cassette tapes. He had Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, and he had Poison, Look What the Cat Drug In. And those 3 cassettes shaped me in a way to this day, oh gosh, that, it's made me who I am. And I come back to Logan, and a friend of mine said, oh, if you like that stuff, you'll love this. And he put in his cassette tape and he hit play, and it was Metallica's Master of Puppets. And I was just blown away. I was like, that is fantastic. Battery played, and for that, 3 minutes and however long that song is, I'm not sure, 5 minutes, I just didn't think nothing could possibly get heavier or meaner than that. And the rest of the album did, song after song after song. And I just loved that. I started playing guitar that same summer, that same year. I got my first guitar. The brand name on that guitar was CMI. And I swear, I think it stood for Cheap Music Instrument. And I just played that guitar, learned. Before you know it, I had a few others and played in some bands and had a lot of good time doing that, man. For about a decade of my life, played in bands that we played all up and down the East Coast. Got a chance to open for a bunch of guys. And had a lot of fun doing it. Made a lot of friends over the years. Now, my oldest son, who's 16, is playing guitar and playing music. And It's a good time, man, watching him grow and develop and become a musician like his dad. Yeah, somebody's shooting at me here. We don't like that. I come in here where it's not quite much in the open. Pumping dump. That's what I want. Where'd that pumping dump go? Did I drop it in here? I did. I would much rather have that pumping dump. Put it to there. Alright. Woo-wee. Yeah, we'll do that. So, again, if you like rock and roll, heavy metal, you know, that sort of stuff, I probably can talk to you about that sort of stuff all day long. Now, I also like pop and hip hop, and I like some country. I like a lot of the new stuff that's out. You know, man, I'm a big Billie Eilish fan. I like. I've even started to grow to like Miley Cyrus's last couple albums, if I was being truthfully honest. Don't particularly care for some of the earlier stuff, but the last two albums have been really good. And let's see where we're at here. You know, if I could hit somebody, that'd be dangerous. Let's scroll down here real quick. I think that's some good guns. Nope. Here we got? We got a few people left. Don't know where they're at. They're probably hiding up in here somewhere. I'm gonna get caught in the crossfire here. Woo! There we go. W number 2 for tonight. All right. We've had a few people join. I had 12 kills that match. Not too bad. Would love to hear from you guys more. Again, feel free. We don't have a live chat on the stream. I did not have time to, I guess, set this up properly. So I will make efforts to do a better job of that on the flip side when we do our next one. And followers. Yeah, it's not too bad. That one's me. Oh. Shoo-wee, Nelly. Oh, snot. Alright. Here we go. Let's go up here. I kind of landed not my normal spot on this one. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah. There's that. Let's get up here. Has twin fire shotgun. I'm sure they hit the ground. We'll have to pick it up here in a minute. And then we want those picked up. Yeah, there it is. Alright, we're going to switch that out. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Hopefully we can get some more wins, man. I've got a couple of W's so far tonight. I'd like to get 2 or 3 more. Got about another half hour to go on this stream. So... oh no. Fudge. Oh, he got me. We can do, I say, man, we can play a variety of different games. I'm playing Fortnite right now just because it's a game that I normally play. I enjoy it myself. But I could do Marvel Rivals, a Call of Duty, anything like that. I thought about doing The Last of Us 2. I know there's a couple of scenes, though. I have played that game, you know, but it's been a while since I completed it. I wouldn't mind playing that again, but I know there are a couple of scenes in that game that might not be appropriate for all viewers, so that might not be a good one for us. But we've got I could do a Baldur's Gate run. Ah, that's when they get the gun and you don't. That is not what we want. You know, we might do Baldur's Gate 3. I have played it, but I've never completed it, and I wouldn't mind actually doing a playthrough of it with the intent of, hey, I'm gonna play this game every single day and I'm gonna beat it. At least finish the story. And I could do that with the stream. Absolutely. I have to make my character ahead of time. Half of the thing with Baldur's Gate, though, is getting into inappropriate content. You know, you could always just avoid doing that, I believe, anyway. Oh! Well, guys, I am not doing very well tonight. Stuff like that are encounters that I should win, and usually do. I don't know, I turned this daggone camera on, and I am just not where I should be. They don't call it late night gaming with WVOW for nothing. Hey, I do got some good news. Hillbilly Barbecue is opening back up. A new grand reopening this Friday. I talked to David today, and they're going to have a big grand reopening on Friday. So if you like good barbecue, man, that is the place to go and check it out. They have got... Oh, that makes me so mad right there. Ah. But they got some great food, man. Great barbecue. They cater. So, you know, if you got an event, a business, if you've got something like that going on and you want to have really good food, you might want to check out Hillbilly Barbecue. They're up Route 44 in Monaville. So, check them out. Got, I'm trying to think of some other stuff going on. Right now, the town of Man's really the place where it's at. And then their street fair is going to be coming up here in a couple of weeks. They've got, you know, of course, that's always a good time. Vendors and all kinds of different stuff going on. They'll have events. And the strongest man is going to be pulling the daggone coal truck. I'm looking forward to being there for that. That is going to be interesting to see this man pull a coal truck on his own. You better watch out. Some of these coal companies might want to hire him and... Ooh, weapon thief. You know, if he can move those coal trucks faster than the coal truck drivers, you know, he might not be too popular here in southern West by God. Yep, that's an example of when I would be throwing my controller and cussing like a sailor right about now. But it is what it is. I can't be doing that. Alright, let's get a couple more W's and see what we can do. We got about 20 more minutes, 22 more minutes on the stream. get on Facebook and tell us what's going on with you. Let us know how we can make things better. What can we talk about that you want to see, what you want to hear? Tell me about, I don't know, things that you like. What games do you want to see? This is the style of a loadout with these two pistols that my oldest son showed me one time, and I've played this a few times, and it's actually not bad. And it is what got me playing the dual assault rifles, was that my son played a dual pistol loadout for a hot minute. Had some success with it, and and I've tried it a few times, and I've had some success with it. Had some failure with it too, but that's just probably more a reflection of my poor playing than the effectiveness of the build or the loadout. But with that being said, how did I get playing Fortnite? I'm an older guy. I'm a Gen Xer, and I started playing Fortnite a few years ago when my son was playing it, and he was playing. It was season 1. This game hadn't been out for very long, and I didn't know anything about this game besides that it was kind of cartoony looking, and that I knew it was a battle royale, that they jumped out of the battle bus and you fought to where there was only one person left, and I knew that there was one really popular streamer. I won't say his name in this stream, and just out of respect, But this guy, he was the most popular streamer, at that time, and still incredibly popular. So it won't be hard to figure out who he is. But my son was, I don't know, probably 12 years old at the time, 11. He was young. And I was teasing with him one day, and I was like, "Hey, that streamer you really like?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's actually me." And he was like, you know how kids are. And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "The guy you see on the screen, that's an actor." I was like, "The gameplay, that's all me." And he was like, "Prove it." And he hands me the controller. He totally called me out on it. And I was just like, "No, now what?" I had never played this game before. I didn't know nothing about it. And I'm walking around all embarrassingly clumsy and trying to just survive a match, and I did not do very well at it, if I do say so myself. And he ridiculed me, as I deserved. And so with that being said, I took it upon myself at that point from there on out to make sure that I downloaded it on my PlayStation. I played it every day at nighttime after he went to bed. Got fairly decent at it. I mean, I don't think I'm a very good player, but I'm not necessarily horrible most of the time. I do make my set of bonehead mistakes, but it is what it is. I still lose far more than I win, as anyone watching the stream can tell. But with that, anyway, so after a while, I kind of just got into the game, and now he's moved on to other stuff. He's 16 now, and I'm still stuck playing this game. Ooh, I like his loadout. I like his loadout. I'll take that. What are you shooting at me for? Why's everybody always gotta shoot at me? What'd I ever do to you? So, if you do make a comment on our Facebook page, tell me what was the first video game you ever played? What was the first game system you ever owned? I can tell you mine. I know exactly when I got mine. Mine was Christmas morning of 1987. Again, telling my age a little bit. Oh, I kind of want those fists, but not really. And little childhood Josh dreamed of getting a Nintendo Entertainment System. The Nintendo! God, I wanted one so bad. That's every kid of that age and that era, that year did. If memory serves me correct, and I could be wrong, chat, correct me, let me know if I am wrong. Then I think the system come out in 86. I think it'd come out the year before. I got it the second year it was out, the 87. So we got 87. We got here. I don't need a kinetic blade. I don't want that. Here's a weapon. Ooh, that's lighting me up. I don't like that. Oh, second place. So yeah, Christmas morning rolled around. I know this, and I'll plug this local business for this. My mom looked everywhere for the Nintendo. It was sold out everywhere. And in 1987 in Logan, it wasn't like you had a whole lot of options. There was no Amazon. There was no Walmart. There was none of that. You know, it was all local mom and pops. And, you know, she had went around everywhere trying to find a Nintendo system. Couldn't find one nowhere. And on Christmas Eve, or it might have been the night before Christmas Eve, but it was literally last minute. My mom went to C&W Discount Installings, and Jack and Jerry, they were completely sold out, with the exception of one that they had that was their display model. It was the one that, you know, they had set up in the store for people to look at. It was the Nintendo one that had the power pad where they had, because there was two versions of of the Nintendo NES that come out that year. There was one, you got the game that had Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and then there was the version that come with the Power Pad that had Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and like an Olympics game. I can't remember the name of it. And we got everything, but where it was the display model, they couldn't find that Power Pad. So I never got the Power Pad. And, which I didn't care. I had the Nintendo. I had the gun, I had the Duck Hunt, I had Super Mario Brothers, and that was all little Josh needed. And that same Christmas, because my parents didn't think they were going to be able to get the Nintendo, wasn't able to get that to, like I said, literally the last minute. They had bought me a bicycle. So when I got up that morning and I run into the living room, it's the best Christmas I ever had. Best Christmas, hands down. I look over, and in my living room, there's just this brand new 20-inch BMX bike. It's got gears. It's got, this is a nice 20-inch bike. Any kid of that age, it would have been thrilled to have it. And I saw that bike and was so excited, so happy. I just sat on the bike in the living room and was, so excited. Here come my mom and my dad down the hall. And my parents were the type, they would buy me gifts and put them underneath the tree. And we didn't have much. I grew up in a trailer in the head of the holler. We was not a rich family by any means. My dad was, one missed paycheck from us, not having nothing. But for Christmas, my dad and my mom always made sure that I had a good Christmas. And I got more than any other kid that I knew. With the exception of like wealthy kids or something. But I got quite a bit of toys. They really went above and beyond for me at Christmas. And that's something that I've tried to emulate with my own kids. I always do my best to provide for them the things that they want. But they anyway, so they would put their gifts that they had bought wrapped underneath the tree. And then when Santa came, Santa would always, back in the 80s, it was common for Santa, because they didn't have the technology at the North Pole like they do now. But Santa back then, the presents you got from Santa wasn't wrapped. It was the one big gift or one good gift from Santa Claus, and it was always sitting out. This particular year, I thought Santa brought me the bike. And I looked, and guess what? Santa had brought me a Nintendo Entertainment System, care of C&W Discount and Jack and Jerry. Thank you. I still thank you for that. And he made one little boy the happiest guy on planet Earth. I don't think there was probably a kid in all the United States that was happier that Christmas morning than I was. This perfect day. But I got about 12. I started listening to rock and roll. I was telling that story earlier, and lo and behold, I saw MTV for the first time, and I saw an interview with Axl Rose and Slash. If I remember right, it might have been Slash that was in the background, and I'm pretty sure that it was. But Axl was talking to the VJ, and he was being all Axl, and Slash was standing kind of like in the background, and there was all these like hot chicks from the 80s, you know, with their big teased hair in the front and all that good stuff. And I said, man, if that ugly guy can get those hot girls playing guitar, so can I. And that's what got me playing guitar. That's the God's honest truth. Of course, once I actually bought my first guitar, that CMI, cheap music instrument, I fell in love with it, and I played it every day, and got pretty good. Somebody once said, Josh is a pretty good guitar player. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Yeah. It's probably true to an extent. Here. Yeah. 9 people left. Storm's moving in on me. I'm gonna have to definitely pick up a little bit here. Like this, don't like this, don't like this. Oh man, second place again. Not doing too good tonight, chat. Not doing too good at all. I don't know, what is it, 3 wins I've got? Something like that tonight? I lost track of how many matches we've done. So probably 10 matches. Maybe more. I think we got time for one more match tonight, guys, and then we'll be hopping off. One more for tonight. But tell me what type of games you want to see, man. If you like Fortnite, I'll keep playing Fortnite. If you want to see something else, let's do something else. I can do Baldur's Gate. And about anything that's on PlayStation, I either have or have access to it. So. I knew I was dying that time. Well, hate to leave it on a loss, but that's probably going to be pretty common on these streams, at least for a while. So, I want to take the time to thank everybody for joining, the ones that did. I want to encourage others, if you're watching this stream later when it's not live, check us out. Weekdays, Monday through Friday from 10 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be doing streaming of various different games. We'll be taking time to answer questions, talk to people. I would like to eventually do interviews with local people in the community, whether it be business owners, politicians, just prominent members of the community. We could talk about anything you want. We can play games together, if you're a gamer, or even if you're not. It might even be more fun if you're not. Hop in and just make a fool of ourselves for an hour on streaming. But again, make sure you like, follow, and share. We'll get more content out there. We're going to be working hard at WVOW to change up our content a little bit. I mean, we're going to keep the same things that have kept the station true to what it does and what it is. We're always going to have that strong tie to the local community. But we definitely want to kind of get with the times a little bit and start adding some things to have something for the young people too. We've got a predominantly older listening base. Our Facebook base is a little bit older, and that's great. We love having people my age and even my parents' age, and listening to us every day, listening to shows like What's Your Opinion and Trading Post, and Hymn and Gospel. I either talk to people that's all they listen to, or they don't listen to the station at all until that's over with. So you either love it or hate it. It's not going anywhere. It's sticking around for a while. You got tons of other programming too. Again, I do Veterans Voice. We've got other shows too. Logan County Prevention's got a new show hosted by Bob Fields. And it's really good. It deals with some really great issues as far as addiction goes and treatment. So that's something that's affected every family. So if you're dealing with that, or someone in your family is, you may want to take time out of your day to check that out. Let's see here. Crown wins. 40 crown wins. Not too good. Not too bad. But we're going to keep that up, and hopefully with the help of this stream, we'll get that up to 100 before too long. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And we got a lot of other good things coming up on the station. Obviously, all of your local sports. It's it's All-Star Week in Major League Baseball right now. I think he had Home Run Derby tonight. I haven't checked the highlights of that. Got all the All-Star stuff going on this week, and then the Cincinnati Reds play their next game on the road on Friday. You got WVU football will be here before you know it. It's July. In August, you're going to have the football here, and that is definitely what I'm looking forward to. We're big WVU football fans in my home. So that's something we're going to be excited to have on, broadcasting. We're an affiliate You can catch out all the games on WVOW. You got, of course, with school coming back in here in August, you're going to have high school sports for Logan, Chapmanville, and Man. Well, our Bill Lusk covers all the high school sports. So if you got kids play or you just enjoy supporting your local home team, definitely WVOW is the best place to get that. And remember, radio, we're the original free streaming service. There's no subscription required to enjoy the content with WVOW. So you're not going to have another subscription fee. There's nothing like that. Sure, you can, listen to this or that on different apps. There's a ton of them out there. Most of them have a subscription fee to get to the good content. You can get great locally produced content right here with WVOW, either online on our website on WVOWradio.com, on our Facebook page. Follow us, listen to us on air. Set your radio to the 101.9 FM. When you turn your car on, 101.9 FM should pop up on your radio first thing. Listen to what's going on. If it's not something you're into, then put your phone on and listen to your pop music as you go down the road. There's nothing wrong with that. I do it. But you might be surprised at the quality of a lot of the content that we put out. There's going to be something that we do during the day that you would like. And we're going to tailor that, and we're going to add some new things. We're going to change music formats a little bit, probably. Hush, I'm not supposed to tell nobody that. But not a radical thing, just tweaking our selections. We got a whole lot of things coming up. So, thanks for checking us out tonight. Definitely check back with me Monday through Friday from 10 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Late Night Gaming with Josh Lawson and WVOW. Have a great night, guys.